The next thing the Blue City gives them is not food, not clothing, not warmth. It is a request. Inside Ingracia, Endor stands behind the bar with calm patience, as if this moment had been waiting for them since the first time they stepped through his door. "There is something I may need from you," he says. Torturio looks up. "That sounds expensive." Endor's mouth curves slightly. "For me, perhaps. For you, profitable." Denarian's interest sharpens. "What kind of job?" "An artifact was taken from our side. A blue necklace with thick bronze lining. It is being kept somewhere beyond our reach." Shade leans back. "Beyond your reach, but not ours?" "Exactly." Torturial grunts. "So you want strangers with no memories to steal jewelry?" "To return what was stolen," Endor says smoothly. Denarian studies him. "And where is it?" "Not here," Endor answers. "Not yet your concern." That catches her attention more than the promise of gold. Eleanor looks toward Evelyn, who has gone quiet. Endor continues before anyone can ask more. "Before that, you should visit the church here in the Blue City. The tall one, with gargoyles pouring water from the roof. Blue butterflies gather around it. You will know it when you see it." Torturial narrows his eyes. "You offer us a job, then send us somewhere else." Endor's voice stays warm. "A blade is more useful when it understands the hand that holds it." No one likes that answer. Denarian likes it least of all. Shade's central eye fixes on Endor. "That is a very pretty way of avoiding the truth." Endor smiles. "It is also advice." Evelyn reaches for Eleanor's hand. "You should go. It helps." Eleanor turns to her. "The church?" Evelyn nods. Her smile is gentle, but her eyes hold still a second longer than they should. "Everyone feels better there." Torturial stands. "I dislike anything that makes everyone feel the same." Denarian rises too. "Then we should see it." The group leaves Ingracia together. Outside, the Blue City is bright with morning. Bronze lanterns hang from walls, berry bushes line the streets, and blue butterflies drift between rooftops like they own the air. Evelyn walks beside Eleanor. Denarian watches the streets carefully, already sorting what matters from what is decoration. Shade walks with practiced ease, though his central eye keeps searching the windows and alleys. Torturial walks near the back, complaining under his breath, but close enough that no one falls behind. The church rises above the blue rooftops before they reach it. Tall stone walls, bronze-lined doors, gargoyles along the roof, pouring water from open mouths into channels below. Blue butterflies circle the building in slow, patient loops. Eleanor slows. "It is beautiful." Torturial looks up at the gargoyles. "It is wet." Shade smiles faintly. "Poetry trembles before you." People in blue clothing move in and out of the church quietly. Their faces are calm, their steps unhurried. No one seems afraid. That bothers Denarian more than fear would have. Evelyn squeezes Eleanor's hand once. "You will feel better inside." Eleanor looks at her. "Is that a promise?" Evelyn watches a butterfly land briefly on the church door. Then she says softly, "It is what happens." From somewhere beneath the church, faint enough to be mistaken for imagination, a low humming begins. The doors open with a slow groan. Inside, the church feels larger than the street outside promised. Blue light falls through tall windows, broken by bronze frames and moving butterfly shadows. Water runs through narrow channels along the walls, flowing down from the gargoyles above into small pools built into the stone floor. The sound fills the church. Soft water, low humming, quiet prayers. At the center stands a great statue of a shadowed figure, its face hidden beneath carved darkness. Real blue butterflies circle it slowly, their wings catching the candlelight as they move. Evelyn bows her head. Eleanor sees it and does the same, though she does not know why. Torturial does not bow. Denarian looks across the room, already mapping exits, doors, stairways, and people. Shade's central eye fixes on the statue. They do like making an impression here. Near the statue, an old man in deep blue robes turns toward them. His smile is gentle, but his voice carries easily through the church. New faces. His eyes pass over Eleanor, Shade, and Denarian. Then they stop on Torturial. The smile remains. Mostly. Torturial's eyes narrow. Do I know you? The old man folds his hands into his sleeves. Not today. Evelyn steps forward quickly. I brought them. The old man's smile widens. Good. Everyone should be brought here eventually. Torturial's hand shifts near his spear. I walked. The old man looks at him with patient amusement. Of course you did. Then his attention moves to Eleanor. You feel it, do you not? Eleanor hesitates. The warmth. The relief. The word sounds harmless. Denarian does not like how easily he says it. The old man gestures toward the statue. When memory is missing, pain often fills the space. When loneliness grows sharp, people come here. He makes the weight easier to carry. Eleanor looks up at the shadowed figure. Who is he? The old man's expression becomes reverent. The Great Reliever. The name moves through the church like a quiet bell. Around the statue, the butterflies tighten their circle. Evelyn's fingers close around Eleanor's hand. Her eyes lose focus for a breath, as though she is listening to a voice no one else can hear. Then she smiles. He helps. Torturial's voice comes low. And what does he take? The old man turns to him. What pain can you carry forever, little warrior, before you begin calling the weight your name? Torturial stiffens. For once he has no quick answer. The humming beneath the church grows clearer. Denarian hears it properly now, a low vibration moving through the stone beneath their feet. She looks toward the base of the statue. There, half hidden by candles and blue cloth, is a metal grate. Denarian speaks quietly. The sound comes from below. Shade follows her gaze. So the church has a throat. The old man steps between them and the statue before anyone can move closer. Many things sound strange before they bring comfort. Denarian's eyes sharpen. That was not an answer. No, the old man says. It was guidance. Torturial gives a rough little laugh. I'm starting to lose patience with guidance. Evelyn looks at Eleanor. You should not be afraid. But the way she says it makes Eleanor more careful, not less. The butterflies continue circling the statue. The water keeps running through the walls. And beneath the floor, the humming calls softly upward. Denarian keeps her eyes on the grate. The candles around it make the metal glimmer blue and bronze, but the sound beneath does not belong to either. It vibrates through the floor, through her bones, through the quiet smiles of the church people. She steps closer. The old man shifts with her. Denarian stops. I only want to look. The old man's smile stays gentle. Looking is often where trouble begins. Shade moves beside her, casual enough to look harmless. He is not. Then we will try to look politely. Torturial exhales through his nose. Polite trouble. New strategy. Eleanor crouches near the grate, careful not to touch the candles. The humming is clearer here, a sound from somewhere below the statue. Evelyn stands behind her, hands folded tightly together. Eleanor notices. You know what is down there. Evelyn's face softens, but her answer comes too slowly. I know it is not for us. Denarian glances at Shade. That makes me want to open it more. Shade lowers his voice. Same. Torturial steps closer and studies the grate. Locked? Denarian kneels and checks the edges. Not just locked, reinforced. Torturial's hand moves toward his spear. The old man speaks before he draws it. The church is open to all who seek relief, but not every door is meant for every hand. Torturial looks at him. You rehearse these? The old man's eyes stay kind. Some truths are repeated until people stop resisting them. That is when the scream comes from the entrance. Not a scream of fear, a command. Give us back what is ours! The church turns. 3 figures step through the doors in silver armor lined with gold. Their swords are drawn, polished bright enough to catch the blue candlelight and twist it pale. The church people pull back at once, not panicked, offended. The old man's smile disappears. Evelyn grips Eleanor's arm. The lead soldier raises his sword toward the statue. Return what was taken! Denarian rises smoothly. Torturial's spear appears in his hand. Shade's fingers curl, and unstable energy gathers around them like a storm looking for somewhere to break. Eleanor steps back from the grate, eyes moving between the soldiers and the church people. No one explains. No one asks enough questions. The room simply becomes a battlefield. Torturial rolls his shoulder. Finally, someone honest. The first soldier charges. Shade strikes before steel reaches flesh. Chaos cracks through the church, bright and jagged, slamming into the soldier's chest. The force throws him back into a row of candles, blue flames scattering across stone. Another soldier rushes Denarian. She moves sideways, quick and low, the end of her serpent body sweeping over the floor as his sword cuts through empty air. Eleanor lifts both hands. Water from the wall channels pulls free in thin streams, twisting around her wrists before lashing toward the third soldier's legs. He stumbles. Torturial sees the opening. His spear drives forward. Metal screams against armor. The church erupts. Blue-robed worshippers retreat toward the walls, whispering prayers beneath the crash of weapons. The butterflies around the statue scatter upward, and beneath the grate, the humming grows louder. Denarian keeps her eyes on the grate. The candles around it make the metal glimmer blue and bronze, but the sound beneath belongs to something older than decoration. It vibrates through the floor, through the quiet smiles of the church people, through the soles of her body. She steps closer. The old man shifts with her. Denarian stops. I only want to look. The old man's smile stays gentle. Looking is often where trouble begins. Shade moves beside her, casual enough to look harmless. He is not. Then we will try to look politely. Torturial exhales through his nose. Polite trouble. New strategy. Eleanor crouches near the grate, careful not to touch the candles. The humming is clearer here. Evelyn stands behind her, hands folded tightly together. Eleanor notices. You know what is down there. Evelyn's answer comes slowly. I know it is not for us. Denarian studies the room. Soldiers at the entrance, churchgoers near the walls, the old man by the statue, the sound beneath the floor. The fight is loud, but the answer is below. She kneels beside the metal frame and searches the lock. reinforced, old, opened before, opened often. "They are not here for us," she says. "They are here because something below matters." Shade understands first. He sends a burst of unstable energy across the floor. It cracks near a soldier's boots, forcing him to turn away from her. Torturial notices next. He places himself between Denarian and the nearest blade. "If you are opening that, be quick." Denarian keeps working. "I prefer successful." "I prefer alive." "Then guard better." For once, Torturial does not answer. He braces his shield as a silver sword crashes into it. Eleanor reaches toward the wall channels again. The water trembles in answer. This time, she does not command it. She listens. The stream curves around the silver glow instead of striking it directly, sweeping beneath a soldier's feet and pulling hard. He falls. Eleanor stares at her own hands. The magic feels different when she asks. The grate clicks. Denarian smiles. "Got it." She pulls. The metal opens with a heavy scrape, and the humming rushes upward. Then the smell hits. Rot. Wet stone. Old flowers left too long in water. Denarian's hand grips the edge of the grate. Her confidence breaks at once. The scent cuts deeper for her than the others, sharp enough to twist her stomach and blur the church around her. Shade crouches beside her. "Denarian?" She tries to answer, but the sound below presses against her chest. Torturial looks down the steps, then back at her. "You cannot go down like that." Denarian hates that he is right. Her voice comes thin but sharp. "Then someone useful should." Torturial gives one short nod. "I was already going." Shade stands beside him. "So was I." Denarian forces herself back from the open grate, breathing through clenched teeth. Then she sees a door beside the statue, half open, leading into a small church library. Shelves of blue-bound books line the walls. Records, hymns, names. Denarian looks from the tunnel to the books. If she cannot follow the sound, she will follow the paper trail. "Go," she says. "Find what is below." Torturial glances at the library. "And you?" Denarian wipes her mouth, steadies herself, and rises. "I'm going to find out what they wrote down." Torturial starts down the stairs. Shade follows. Behind them, Denarian enters the library, furious that the answer has split into two paths. One below the church, one hidden in its pages. End of episode 5. The Church.